It's time for Ryan's Roses. Ryan's Roses as a public service. So it says, Dear Ryan, dear sis, my husband is my son's soccer coach. I'm the team mom. We have a text group, by the way, set up for all the parents so we can send info at the same time. The other day, my husband sent a text to the group that was clearly intended to only one person. I think he meant to send it to one of the moms, and I want to know who. The text said, good morning. Just wanted to make sure you are going to the game. Smiley emoji. So when you get into emojis, it actually takes it to another level.
Yeah, it's like flirting.
Emojis are a sign of flirting, yeah. You don't use emojis unless you're flirting, for sure. Otherwise, you do the dot parenthesis smiley. That's not flirting. The old-fashioned one.
Yeah, the old-fashioned.
Yeah, the old-fashioned wink, the old-fashioned comma thing. That's not flirting. If you use emojis, that's flirting. You don't know that, Tanya?
No, but now I'm like realizing a lot because I have had guys send me the dot, and I'm like, why don't they just send me an emoji?
Because they're saying, I want to be your friend. Yeah. And if a guy sends an emoji, for sure flirting, because guys, we didn't do that until recently.
It's like an extra step for them.
You guys
started
lazy. Years ago. Yeah. But if you send if you send like the emoji as a girl to a guy, for sure flirting. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get Anna. Hacienda Heights. Anna, good morning.
Good morning.
So, did your heart drop when you saw this text?
Yes, definitely.
I think we were just saying. I think the emoji is my issue, because if a guy sends the emoji, it definitely, I think, flirting.
You guys, I'm beside myself right now.
So, how many? By the way, you know all the numbers or names on the text. Do you know who this woman is? Have you figured it out?
I don't know for sure. I have an idea.
Well, how many moms are on the group text?
4.
And you have an idea of which one?
Uh-huh.
How do you have that idea? Why?
Because I don't know, she dresses kind of, the one I'm thinking it is, dresses kind of, let's just say.
You say it. You can say it. Let's not all.
Is she single?
No, she's not single. She's married.
But there are those people that do that.
Awful.
They do that intentionally. I was at something the other day, a barbecue, and everyone was married. But then there was this one married one that you could tell wanted all the husbands.
She wants the attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course the husbands, hugged her longer. So, all right. Well, Anna, let's talk about your situation. Married how long?
We've been married, we've been together for 11 years, but we've been married for 9.
And kids? How many?
We just have one 7-year-old.
One 7-year-old soccer player. Okay. What's the mom's name you think it might be for?
Martha.
Okay.
So, Anna, here's the way this is going to play out. We are going to call your husband and offer him some flowers. We want to find out who he sends them to. And then, of course, what he writes on the card. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay, Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, so Sisney is going to do the work here. And I wish you good luck, okay? Let's see what we can find out. So Martha is the name of the other woman that we think it might be for. All right.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Robert.
Yeah, this is Robert. How can I help you?
Hi, Robert. My name's Renee. I'm calling from Buds and Roses. We actually just opened up here in Hacienda Heights, and to celebrate our grand opening, we're giving away free flowers. So today you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses.
Huh. Okay, that's weird. I never won anything, but so it's like a promo kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. We're just trying to promote our new business here. We're actually right on South Hacienda Road. They're absolutely free. You can send them to anybody that you want today. They'll get them by the afternoon. And then we just ask if you like our flowers. You refer us to friends and family.
Sure, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. So what's the name of the person that you would like to send them to?
The name on the card is going to be Martha.
Okay.
And then I wanted to say, can't think of anyone else who deserves these more.
Robert, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to understand that. And you've just sent flowers to Martha with that note that your wife just heard. Your wife, by the way, who should be getting the flowers. What is going on with you and this other mother?
Is this a joke or something? I coach a soccer team, and I'm, you gotta smooth over things with their parents. You know how that is. You know how parents
can't think of anyone else who deserved these more. Come on.
But she's going through a hard time.
Oh, what's she going through, buddy?
Well, it's just her son is not that good of a ball player, you know.
I see.
So
you're being a good man.
I'm the bad guy, of course, because I'm the coach. So everybody takes it out on the coach, So
right.
I'm just trying to smooth things over with Martha.
Well, is there anybody else you want to send the flowers to while we're at it?
My wife.
Oh, that's a good idea. How come your wife wasn't the first thought you had?
I do stuff for her all the time.
Okay. Well, Anna?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Really bad.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is not what
We're going to throw away everything we had. What are those 11 years for? What about Jeffrey? What about
Nothing's over. Nothing's over. I don't understand why you're doing this on the radio anyway. You could have just asked me.
Well, are you cheating on your wife?
No.
Why are you so connected to Martha?
It's not, it's, I don't know, you get bored with talking to the same person all the time, so you have conversations with other people, that's all.
Robert.
Wow.
Your wife thinks that you're cheating on her. She saw a text that apparently went to the whole group that I guess was meant for Martha. And that was the first sign. And now you send these flowers to another man's wife. I just don't think it adds up.
It's just conversation. It's just life, I'm involved with these people. On every level. I love my wife, my kids, my job. I love coaching. Everything is going great. I don't know
But there's a reason that your wife is insecure about your love and your relationship. I mean, clearly Anna is insecure about her. She wouldn't have reached out.
But we're going to have to talk about it.
what am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to think?
You know me. You know how friendly I am.
What is Martha's husband supposed to think when she receives roses from you?
With the note that says, can't think of anyone else who deserves these more. I mean, come on. By the way, bro, you don't send that. No, you don't send that. If you're a married man, you don't send that note to any other woman. You just don't do it. Especially when she's married too.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a romantic thing to say.
Robert, I don't think that you're respecting your wife. That's where I am. I don't know if you're cheating or not, but I don't believe you're respecting her or your relationship as much as you should be.
Well, I'm committed to my relationship. I've been
I can't tell. I just met you and I can't tell. I can't tell. And well, Anna, you're going to have to.
Me. She's just going through something right now. This is ridiculous. I can't believe you're crying. I can't believe you called me crying on the radio. This is silly. You know I love you.
I don't know anything right now.
Wow.
You know I love you. Let's talk.
I can't believe you wouldn't do this. I can't believe you wouldn't do this.
I can't understand what you're saying, but nothing is going on, okay? This is nothing for you to worry about. I'm happy in our marriage. Everything's great.
All right. I'm going to have to let you unfortunately, Anna, I'm going to have to let you guys go sort this out. My opinion is that your husband is not being proper, not being right in the relationship.
Yeah.
And whether he's cheating or not, he certainly is not respecting the marriage, I believe, the way he should be.
That's not.
Well, Rob, I'm just telling you my opinion. Okay, I just met you, but everything so far you've introduced me to about you doesn't look great.
Yeah, you're not putting your wife as number one, and she should be top of mind no matter what.
And so I think you've got some work to do, buddy.
Well, yeah, okay. Well,
I'm gonna let you go. Hung up on him. All right, Anna.
Yeah.
I want to say that I hope that this gives you some information so that you can be informed to make the right decision for yourself and for your family.
Yeah.
And Anna, I would talk to Martha if I were you.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I mean, you can reach out to Martha. Yeah.
Yeah, I would confront her and ask her what's going on.
I think you have to.
Because you're not getting all the answers from him.
Right.
Here we go. 1027 Kiss FM, Heat, and Ryan's Roses. It's Dear Ryan. After years of wanting to do it, I decided to do a mommy makeover. I was really excited because after having our third kid, I lost a lot of my confidence. My husband went with me and stayed with me during the 6-hour operation. I remember while I was recovering at home, the nurse would text him asking how I was doing. I thought it was very nice of her to do that. You can see where this is going.
Oh, my gosh.
5 months later, I found out that she's still texting him. He did not deny it, but he says it's not what I think, that it's just one text to see how the family is doing every once in a while. She says I don't believe him. So let's get her on the phone here. It's Karina. Karina is in West Covina. Karina, thank you for coming on. So how do you feel, by the way, how do you feel personally about the makeover that you had and the operation that you had?
Well, I mean, I have a brand new sense of confidence. Definitely, I feel like I look wonderful, and I mean, it definitely did what I wanted it to do for me.
What did you have done?
I had breast implants and a tummy tuck.
You've been thinking about doing that for a long time?
Yeah. Actually, I have 3 kids, and my youngest is 2 years old. So after my third child, my body was just. I mean, it took a toll. I felt I was like flabby, and I've lost a lot of my confidence. And I'm a working mom, so I didn't have time to take care of myself. I
get it.
And
Sissany wants to ask you a question that I would feel rude asking.
What?
Hold on.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
See,
I'm 35.
Sissany, why would you ask that?
I was just curious.
Okay, so I just think that gives you context for other moms listening too. All right, so 35 with all that going on. Now let's talk about your relationship. You don't believe your husband. You first thought that this nurse was just being very thoughtful. Now you believe there's more to it, that she's texting your husband personally?
Yeah. It started off very nice. I thought that she was great. She would text. She texted him during my recovery here at my house. And it was like, how is she doing? Does she need anything? And painkillers, that kind of stuff. And I was very grateful to her to do it. But it's been 5 months, and I found a text message from her on his phone the other day.
And what did the text message say?
Well, it just said, hey, how are you? Like, that's it.
And do you feel like you've interrogated him enough about it?
I asked him very, very nonchalantly, and he's like, oh, yeah, she's just calling to check up on you. And I said, I don't feel comfortable with this.
So what did he say? What did he say? Why don't you just text her, please, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, he was very vague about it. He was like, don't worry about it. It's just, she's calling to see how your follow-up went and all this stuff. But it's been 5 months, and I haven't been to the doctor in 3. Yeah. So why would she be calling me, him now? To me, it seems really, really weird.
Was it just that one text, or was there a thread?
No, that's it. It was just the one text, but I don't know. She is beautiful. She works at this, surgery place, right? So she's got to look gorgeous because she's almost selling the product herself, so she's got these beautiful breasts, and I remember her breasts.
But if I'm your husband, I'm so psyched about you right now.
Exactly.
It's like, right? You went through all this. You feel great. Just quickly, and then we're going to come back. Has your relationship been rocky recently, or has it been okay?
He's been working a lot more often lately, and I've been wanting to spend a little more time with him. But I don't know. I just feel like he's been distant.
Okay. But Karina, we're going to call your husband. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is, on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, here's what's going to happen. Sissany is going to call him up from the flower shop here. We're going to offer him some roses, and then we want to find out who he sends them to. What is the name of the nurse that you're threatened by?
Her name is Alicia.
Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out
Okay.
who he sends them to. Karina, Alicia, somebody else. You've got 3 kids. Do you have any daughters?
Yes, I have one daughter.
What's her name?
Her name is Jenna.
Okay. Jenna. Could be Jenna. All right. Good luck.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Tony?
Yeah, this is Tony.
Hi, Tony. My name is Nancy. I'm calling from Same Day Flowers. We're right here on Glendora in West Covina. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm calling because we're doing a promotion this week. We're giving out free flowers, and actually today you have been selected to receive a free dozen roses. Does that sound nice?
Yeah. I'm not interested in buying anything, though.
No, they're absolutely free. I don't need any billing information from you or credit card info or nothing. We're just basically doing a promotion to give out free flowers every day. And you've been selected today, so you can send them to whoever you want. And we can write a note on that, and they'll get them this afternoon.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so who would you like to send these flowers to?
Oh, you're writing a card?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Alicia.
Alicia. Okay,
Yeah.
Alicia. And then what would you like to write on the card?
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything. And then how would you like to sign it?
Let's say, how about best? Best.
Best. And then just Tony?
Yeah.
Tony, it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know that your voice is being broadcast on the radio. That's Sissany, and we've
Hi.
got your wife, Karina, on the line. So she is threatened by your relationship with the nurse. You just sent roses to the nurse. What is there something going on? What does she not know about your relationship with Alicia?
Babe, this is weird.
I'm
Nothing.
flabbergasted.
I'm
I
just-
have no idea what to say to you right now.
Babe, what's going on?
Why are you still texting the nurse?
Are the nurses really helpful? My wife, baby, he just had some surgery. I know it was really difficult, and the nurse is really helpful. And
Don't you think I deserve
just want to
roses?
thank her
How
for
about
that.
me? You know, I
What?
did this for you. I did everything for you. I did the surgery for you so that you would be happy with what you had in front of you. I wanted you to be proud of me. I did this all for you. I've gone through all of this, and I don't even deserve to get the free roses that you're going to send them to this nurse? What's going on? What's
Babe,
going on?
I was already happy with you. I didn't ask you for this. I didn't ask you to get surgery. I didn't ask you to change your body. I didn't ask you for any of that. I was already happy with you. I already loved you the way you were.
Yeah, but I didn't love me. And if I don't love me, then we can't have a good marriage, you know? The relationship that we have was feeling really, really stressed. And now I feel more confident, and you're not reciprocating that.
But Tony, why did you send the flowers to Alicia, the nurse, and not your wife, who obviously has gone through so much with this surgery recently? Why is she not the first person you send flowers to? I can't comprehend that.
It was just an impulse thing. I can't see the flowers. I don't know. Maybe they're cheap. And if it's, a little free flower thing, I'll just send it to someone and thank her for it.
So
Babe,
what
I'll
do
get
you
some
said on the
beautiful
card
flowers
then?
if you want 'em.
You said on the card, "Thank you for everything." What does that mean?
Yeah. Thank you for everything. She was helpful. She was, following up and making sure my wife was all right. She was
Okay.
making sure everything was
But why
okay.
sign them from you? Why not sign them from you
And
and
your
your wife?
Babe, I don't know.
Why can't I be
I wasn't
number one
expecting
in
a
your
phone
life,
call
huh?
about flowers. I'm sorry.
Okay, here's where we are. Tony, you've got to stop engaging with the nurse. I mean, there's no more texting. There's no flowers being sent. No more thank yous. I mean, we appreciate her service and what she did, and she's a wonderful nurse. But it's making your wife feel uncomfortable, and it's threatening to your wife, and you need to understand that. Now, Karina, do you believe that Tony is not cheating?
I don't know. He hasn't answered anything straight up. Like, why are you still talking to this person? Why is she number one on your list of the first person that that's just really strange.
I was just thanking her. There's really nothing here. But
I think Tony's made.
Talk to her anymore.
Yeah, of course not. She doesn't want to talk anymore. But sis, I think Tony's made a lot of mistakes here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like Karina. I don't know that I feel like he's cheating on you. I think he's made some bad judgment calls, and I think Tony, you've got to completely change your game now. Bad judgment texting the nurse, bad judgment sending the flowers, bad judgment signing best Tony. A lot of bad judgment. Mm-hmm. So you're walking on a fine line.
You need to cut all ties with her.
Okay.
Cut everything.
Hear your wife. We're going to let you both go. Karina, I'm happy that you feel better about yourself. Tony, embrace your wife, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Okay.
All right.
I think that sums it up. All right.
I mean...
It's time for Ryan's Roses. This is a public service as a last resort. If you just can't get to the bottom of something that's wrong that you can feel in your relationship, then you can send us an email. Here's what it says. Dear Ryan and Sissany, my boyfriend and I went to a barbecue last weekend. I was drinking. Everyone was. Driving back home, I noticed he had a flamin' hot Cheeto stain on the back of his shirt, near the back of his neck.
Random.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
We got in a huge fight because I remember one of the girls at the barbecue eating flamin' hot Cheetos. He denied everything and said he had no clue how he got those stains on the shirt. Is this a stretch?
This is a first.
Let's see. Aaron, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I don't know. So you're pretty aggressive. You're condemning him, your boyfriend, just because he had some sort of snack dust on his shirt?
No, it wasn't just that. I mean, we both went to the barbecue together. We've been together for over a year now. And I don't know, it's not cool. I felt like there was something he was keeping from me. And I was with my girls and he was with this guy. I mean, we were having a good time. I wasn't like keeping my eye on him. And then I see that, so it's
You say you see that. I mean, does your boyfriend eat flaming hot Cheetos? Maybe he was eating them.
No, they were on the back of his neck, near his collar.
All right, I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's assume that I'm the guy and you be the girl.
Right.
I'll be the guy.
And my hands are Cheeto-y?
No, my hands are Cheeto-y.
Oh, okay.
No, your hands are Cheeto-y.
Okay.
Actually, both of our hands could be Cheeto-y. We don't know. But yours get on my shirt. So how would you do that?
So I would have to hug you, basically.
Why would you take
neck.
Cheetos behind my face?
I would. Maybe I wouldn't realize they were under my nail or something.
It'd be the dust of the Cheetos on your fingertips.
So is that what you're saying, Aaron? Like, perhaps they're from somebody touching him?
That's what she's saying.
Well, there was this girl that was like all around his group. She had a big bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Huge bag. And she was munching on them. But I didn't think anything about it. You know, I was just like, okay, you know, girl's hungry. But she was the only person I saw that was eating hot Cheetos. And I mean, I'm sure if it was on the back of his collar, she was like at least hugging him or getting near him.
I don't think you want to be with him. I just sense it in your voice. I mean, the Cheetos, the not Cheetos, that doesn't sound like much to go on, but I could just, the tone of your voice, the energy that you're sending out to me just says you don't really want to be with this guy. I'm happy to make the phone call, but I can just tell you now my opinion, not that you asked for it, but my opinion is I don't think you don't sound happy. Like you don't even sound, I don't know how, do you hear, there's something in the tone of her voice that makes me just think you don't want to be with this man.
It's not that I don't want to be with him, Ryan. I think it's just I'm frustrated.
I can hear it.
You know,
I can hear it.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Is this the only situation that's giving you doubts, or has something else happened in the past?
Yeah, no, it's just that. I mean, I want to be with this guy, you know, for the rest of my life. And something so stupid, like I just want to know what's going on.
Aaron, let me ask you something quickly before we put your boyfriend on. Have you ever suspected your boyfriend of cheating before this?
No.
Just this.
I never suspected
Okay.
him.
Well, here's what we're going to do. They've been together a year. We're going to call him now. We're going to offer him some roses. Sissany is going to ask who he wants to send him to and then what he wants to put on the card, okay?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, good luck. We'll see what we can find out, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Andrew.
Yeah?
Hey, Andrew. My name is Valerie. I'm calling from V's Flowers. We're a new flower shop here in Montebello. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
I'm calling because we're trying to get the word out of our new shop, and we're giving away free flower arrangements today, and they're mostly made up of red roses, and they're absolutely free. So we wanted to see if there's anybody that you'd like to send these free flowers to today.
How did you get my number? I don't...
Oh, you must have purchased something online either in the past 18 months and clicked to receive promotional offers. That's how we get all of our info.
Okay.
They're absolutely free. I don't need any credit card information from you. I don't need your billing address. I don't need anything. I just need the name of the person you want to send them to and a quick note, and we can get them out this afternoon. And they're absolutely free. We just hope that you refer us to friends and family if you like the arrangements.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what's the name of the person you'd like to send them to?
I want them to send... Can they send it to Andrew? Me?
Oh, send them to you?
Yeah. From Megan.
From Megan. Okay, what would you like to write? Do you want to write on the note?
No, nothing on the note.
So to Andrew from Megan.
Yep.
Okay.
Andrew, it's Ryan Seacrest. I want you to know that your voice is being broadcast on the radio. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Good, my brother. Thank you for being on with us. You are on the air. And so we are calling you because your girlfriend thinks that something's going on. Did you go to a barbecue recently?
Yeah, we went to a barbecue.
Oh, how was it?
It was good.
I love barbecues. So I guess there was something that she was confused about. Was there another girl there that you knew?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see. You just sent the roses. Interesting. What did you say on the card?
I just had them. I'm having them sent to me from Megan.
Yeah, I'm confused. You're having them sent to you from Megan. So could you just explain that?
Yeah, I was just I'm playing a joke.
Playing a joke? Who's Megan?
It's just a joke. I'm just gonna. I made her up.
You made her up? I'm confused. And you should also know that Erin, your girlfriend's on the phone.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm just playing a joke. I was just playing a joke.
Who are you playing a joke?
Yeah.
No.
Who's supposed to laugh at this joke?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. So before Ryan said he was on the phone, who are you playing a joke on?
I was gonna play it on you.
You're trying to make your girlfriend jealous.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. But how are you trying to make her jealous?
I was just going to get some flowers from somebody that she doesn't know.
So you thought that she would see the flowers and then feel like that you were being pursued by another woman, and that would be a good thing? That would be a ha-ha?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Andrew, I was going to go easy on you, but I got to not.
Uh-oh.
Did you hook up with somebody at this barbecue? Is there another girl that she saw stains on your shirt from another woman? There were flaming hot Cheetos apparently at the party, and I guess this one girl was walking around eating them, and there were the stains of those flaming hot Cheetos on the back of your neck. Did you do anything at that barbecue? Are you cheating on your girlfriend? She thinks you are.
No, I'm not cheating. Look, bro, you know how it is. You know how it is when you're at these things. Like, you can be around a bunch of chicks, and you don't know who's touching you or, like, grabbing you for a second.
No, I generally have an idea if anybody's touching me. I'm good at that.
So I don't even know what she's talking about as far as Cheetos on my neck. I don't understand that.
You're just telling Ryan right now, bro, you know, You know how it is when there's girls all up on you. So you don't know what I'm
because if
talking
you're just
about?
at some kind of party, there's people everywhere, and somebody might just bump into you. So I don't understand why this would be a problem.
No,
Why this
honey.
makes it seem like somebody's cheating.
Well, because it was on the back of your collar.
But I don't know how they got there. I mean, you guys are making it seem like we went somewhere and hooked up in some back room.
We didn't say that.
We didn't say that.
That's now in your head, though. Could you just tell us, are you cheating or not?
No, that's the whole reason I was sending the flowers to myself.
To make it seem like you're cheating?
Oh my God.
Just to make it seem that you guys, I don't even understand this.
I gotta put you both on hold. Hey, Aaron, I've just hung up on him. You deserve better. I've known you for 4 minutes, but I can just tell that this caliber of a man is not equal to you. So let this be the blessing of the flaming hot Cheeto.
It's true.
Seriously, who makes them? Thank him. Whoever makes Cheetos, thank you. And whoever bought them, thank you. And to Rouse for supplying them, thank you. Because this is a sign that you need to be away from this man who I don't even know how he gets up and gets himself together.
Yeah. He's very immature.
It's pathetic and it's embarrassing, and I just can't have it for you.
Well, Brian, I appreciate you helping me out today.
I can tell that you're better than he is. So let's be better. Let's just make this the reason that you're moving on. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ryan.
All right, thank you. I mean, come on. I couldn't even. I actually couldn't make sense of it myself. What is he talking about?
Like, what are we in junior high? Like, I want to make you jealous. Like, it's so stupid.
But if you're even doing that, you should not be in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, right there, stop. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So this is a public service. If you think something is going wrong in your relationship and you want to get to the bottom of it, then the process is sum it up in an email and send it over to us here, and we'll try and figure it out for you and at least get you on the air to see if you can get some answers. Ryan and Sissany, here we go. My husband talks in his sleep. He always has, but recently he keeps mentioning another woman and their children.
Whoa.
He says things like, come on, Sarah, let's get the kids and go. That's a pretty full sentence for being asleep. I've heard people who talk in their sleep, but they generally mumble.
Yeah, mumbling.
I've asked him about it. He says he has no idea what I'm talking about, but I hear it loud and clear. I'd like to find out who Sarah is.
Wow.
All right, we can just make the call. Don't know if we need much information. Gabby, how are you?
Hi, good, thanks, and you?
I'm okay, thank you. So how long have you been married?
6 years.
6 years. And does your husband generally talk in his sleep?
He always kind of like mumble and stuff, but this is actually the first time that I heard him like saying something, you know?
And do you know of a Sarah in your life?
No, not really. No, not at all.
It's interesting that he's talking about kids, too.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have two little children, so that's why it's so weird, because he just not only says like a woman's name, he also says like, let's go, Sarah, and I'll bring the kids or something like that. You know, it's like talking about a family.
I'm stumped by that.
And it continues night after night, or?
No, it is. It has been a couple of nights throughout the week, so yeah.
And Gabby not close to Sarah. Like, it's not like Gabrielle or Gabe.
No.
It's just not close.
Yes. Or Maggie.
No.
No, Maggie's not even close to Sarah.
That's true.
All right. So we're going to offer him some roses and find out what we can find out. Gabby, I need you to say, Ryan, you've my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call and Kiss FM.
Okay, and Sissany's going to offer him some roses. Let's find out who he sends them to and what he puts on the card, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Justin.
Yeah, this is him. Who's this?
Hi, Justin. My name is Joyce. I'm calling from JJ's Flowers. We're actually a new flower shop here in Cypress. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right.
Good. Well, we're trying to get the word out of our new shop, so we're giving away free flower arrangements, and they're actually made up of mostly red roses. They're absolutely free. And is there anybody that you'd like to send them to today? They can be out by lunchtime, and I don't need any credit card information from you. They're absolutely free. We're just trying to get the word out.
Oh, that's a neat little way to go about it. Yeah, I can think of someone.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I just need the name of the person you want to send them to, and then we can write a quick note, too.
Yeah, certainly. Can the note say, enjoy these because I was thinking of you and I love you?
And who are they to?
They're to Gabby. She's my wife.
Gabby?
You write Gabs? That's what I call her.
Gabs. Cute.
Gabs.
Enjoy these. What was it again?
Because I was thinking of you and I love you.
Thinking of you.
That's really cool. Thanks for that. Was I just randomly chosen or something?
Yeah, we're doing random people that we're calling every week. Can you hang on 1 second, actually? Thanks.
Sure.
Gabby?
Yeah.
Hey, he's on hold. Do you want us to just hang up and say we'll call him back and then you can explain this to him, or do you want me to say something to him?
Oh my God.
Hurry.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I love him.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Let's talk to him now.
You do it.
What do you mean?
All right, hold on. Hello, Justin?
Hi, yeah, this is Justin.
Hey, yeah, I know. It's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and Sissany is here with me.
Hello.
This is a contest that we're doing where we're calling different spouses and things like that for stuff. And we've got your wife, Gabby, on the line.
Hi, honey.
Dan?
So we're doing this thing where we reveal funny things that spouses do. It's called spousal arousal. And
well, there's no problem there, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin.
We're doubling up the prize. So she just was telling us a really cute story that you talk in your sleep.
Oh my God, Gaz, did you tell him that?
Yeah. And so it's like you say things like, I don't embarrass you, but you say things like, come on, Sarah, let's get the kids and go. Who's Sarah?
I have no idea. I mean, I've had friends that are Sarah in high school.
And do they have kids?
I mean, I think so. I follow them on Facebook, and I know one of my friends has kids. But like,
what's going on in these dreams? Like, do you remember them?
What are you doing in the dreams?
I don't remember a lot of them. I only hear about them whenever she says, "Oh, you were sleep talking. Who is Sarah?" Or
tough to remember some dreams. So, but there's no Sarah that you know that is part of not a dream.
I mean, I know Sarah's in my real life, but like in these dreams, like I don't really retain anything, and
right.
So I don't have like any particular face that matches my dream to like a real life Sarah. You know what I mean?
Well, this is also called Eyes for Wives, and so you just have your eyes for your wife, right?
Oh, dude, she's my one and only. We've been
that's why we're
years and
calling to celebrate. So,
yeah,
all right, well,
I love you, baby.
Awesome.
Yeah, listen, this has been great. Hey, Justin, we're gonna let you go and set Gabby up with all the stuff she needs so that we can celebrate you guys.
Oh well, thank you so much.
All right,
yeah, I love you, baby.
Honey, me too. I'll call you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Justin. Bye.
Okay.
My face is red and I'm stressed. I'm producing cortisol right
I think
now.
you played that off really well. No, I don't think anybody was embarrassed. I think we're good.
Gabby, I think he's the best. I think he just has a problem sleep talking.
Yeah,
I know,
and he loves you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so relieved.
Tell me about it. All right, well, let me get Patty to get you something to give to him so we can give away something and we'll double it up since he seems so good. Okay, hang on one sec. Patty! It's time for Ryan's Roses. As a public service, if you think something in your relationship is just not right and you want to try and get to the bottom of it, here's how you can do it. Send us an email. We'll take a look at the email and see if you want to come on the air. And that's where we start with this one. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, I'm 6 months pregnant, and the other night I got a craving for Taco Bell nachos. was 10:30 p.m. and my husband was still at work. I texted him and asked if he could stop by the drive-thru real quick and give me some food. He said yes, but it was going to be a while. He got home close to midnight. I ate my nachos. The next day, I was taking out the trash, and when I saw the receipt, I saw he had ordered food for more than 2 people. So I asked him about it, and he denied buying food for anyone but for himself and for me. I have been feeling that something was going on with him, and this incident is telling me that I need to look more into it. So let's grab Minerva. Hello. How you doing?
Hey, I'm okay.
All right, let's try and figure this out. You've been sensing something has been going wrong for a little while. What were the indicators? What did you sense?
I mean, so my husband, he just doesn't, he's not being attentive. I feel him very, very distant. Ever since this pregnancy started, I'm 6 months pregnant. And ever since we found out we were pregnant, he's just been very distant, like staying super late at work. He never used to do that before. He used to be excited to come home and spend the evening with me. And so it just seems like there's really, really something going on, because it's such a big difference in behavior than from what he used to be. So that's what tipped me off. I've been thinking about this for a while.
So you're thinking that maybe he was, but the reason it took him so long to get the nachos back to you is because he was with someone else and brought them food too?
Well, yeah, I think so, especially when I found the receipt. I mean, I didn't really think anything of it because it was like the middle of the night and I was tired. And I mean, you know, I have pregnancy brain for sure right now. But then I saw the receipt when I was cleaning out his pockets.
How much more food was on there? Because it's like when I go to Taco Bell, I order like a bunch of stuff because I like to just like taste everything.
Yeah, totally. But like he bought 3 drinks. There are 3 sodas on there.
Drinks are the indicator
That's,
to me.
yeah.
Because you
And
can
that
buy a
seems
bunch of
weird.
things on the menu, but drinks, you're not buying 2 cups of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really weird.
That's there. We've uncovered something.
Yeah.
You can eat more than you can drink in terms. You're not going to buy 2 cups for one person. Just
Right.
you don't want to do that. Not in a drive-thru. Let's get into it now. Minerva, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Yeah, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
So we're going to call him, and Sisney's going to offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to and then what he puts on the card, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Good luck.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Albert.
that's me.
Hi, Albert. My name's Lauren. I'm calling from Lolo's Flowers. We actually just opened up here in La Puente. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, thanks.
Cool. Well, you know, we're actually new to the area and we're having a grand opening. And because of that, we're giving away free flowers. And today you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses. And they're absolutely free. You can send them to anybody that you like. All we need is like the name of the person you want to send them to. And we can even write like a little note. And they're absolutely free. We're just trying to get the word out of our new flower shop.
So it's like I have to buy something?
No. They're completely free. I don't need any credit card information from you or billing info or anything like that. Just the name of the person you want to send them to, and we can write a note, and they can receive them they can receive them today, this afternoon.
Oh, that's rad. Yeah, sure.
So the name of the person you want to send them to?
Okay. Let's see. I want to say, hey, I've been thinking about you. XOXO, and send it to Cynthia.
Cynthia?
Cynthia.
So, Albert, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany, and we have your wife, Minerva, on the line. Who is Cynthia?
Come on, just say who this is. I knew something was going on.
Babe,
No, it's not what you think.
It is what we think if you tell us it's not what we think, because that's what's in your mind and in your head. If you weren't doing it, it wouldn't be what you thought we thought.
No, it's, I actually don't know what to say right now.
So, Albert, what's going on with you and Cynthia? You say you've been thinking about her. Your wife told me that you ordered some extra food at Taco Bell. Did you order that for Cynthia? Were you with Cynthia at this time? Are you cheating on your wife, Albert?
No, I bought food for my wife. That's what I did.
Albert.
What about the late nights?
I've been working a lot.
Well, okay, so why are you sending flowers to another woman then?
Who's Cynthia?
She's a coworker.
She's a coworker you say XOXO to?
Yeah, like a joke. You know?
I've been thinking about you. Look, Albert, we're just going in circles. Your wife is pregnant with your baby. This is your first baby. You're not being true about something. You're not being honest about something. So what gives, bro? Let's just get to it.
No, it's I don't know what to say right now.
Minerva, what would you like to ask him? Because we're not getting anywhere. Something's not right, I can tell you.
I absolutely do not believe him. I do not believe you at all. You know that there is something going on. I know that you've been acting differently since we found out we were pregnant. I cannot believe it. Like, this is a baby on the way in 3 months. I know that you're
emotional.
Hey, Albert, let me just tell you something, bro. So, your wife is pregnant. You tell me you're working a lot. I would think the most logical choice for flowers being sent to would be your wife, right? Because all of this is happening. Not a joke to a coworker. So even if you're not messing around, your head's in the wrong place. So that's all I can say to you. We're going to move on. Minerva, I wish you the best of luck with your pregnancy. I hope that you can find peace in your relationship and that hopefully this gets you closer to the truth.
Thanks, guys, for your help.
Good luck, sweetheart.
Sorry.
Bye-bye. It's always tough, you know.
He's the worst.
Like well,
he's the worst.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. If you think someone is cheating on you and you don't know what the dealio is, then send us the email and we'll see if you want to go on the air. Rosie sent us an email. Here's exactly what she sent to us. Dear Ryan and Sissany, I pack my husband's lunch every day for work. I do it with love and to help us save money to buy our first house. Well, I found out that he's been going out of the office to eat almost every day. I found a receipt to a restaurant in downtown LA, and it wasn't for one person. I asked him about it, and he said he had gone out to eat with some coworkers to celebrate their manager's birthday. But the other day, I called his office after he did not answer his cell phone, and his coworker answered. He said, my husband is never in the office during lunch.
Ooh.
Well, it doesn't. So, yeah, we have a problem. But do we know that he's with a woman? No. Nothing indicating he's with a woman, right?
Yeah, but why is he telling his wife to make him a lunch
he's
every
already, you're right. He's already causing a couple of problems here. Rosie, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you guys doing?
Okay, thank you. I love that you do anything with love. So you're working on the lunch for him every day. You pack it. Now he's disappearing at lunchtime, and we don't know where he is, why he's not eating your lunch. So your natural conclusion is that he's having an affair?
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know what's going on with him. I kind of found some receipts of him eating out for lunch downtown LA.
And he doesn't tell you that he did it?
No. And then he said it was a work party, but it looked like it was literally for just two people.
So
2 meals.
It says here in the email you guys are trying to save money to buy your first house?
Yeah, we have a little financial plan. We're trying to buy a home. So I was like, let me just cut out the cost of eating lunch in LA every day. So I love him. I make his food. And, so it's just weird. It just feels kind of bizarre that he was out for lunch. And then I asked him to pick up something for my mom after work. And I called during the lunch hour, and he didn't pick up his phone. So I called his work, and they said, oh, he's never here for lunch. He's always gone.
Well, we have we have several problems working here. Instead of saving money like he's supposed to be doing, he's actually spending double, sis.
Yeah, exactly. Well, has he been acting distant at home to give you the feeling that maybe he's with another woman?
Not that. I mean, not so much that. Just kind of bizarre, like with the lunch thing. And he's like, it's a party, but it was literally for two people. And now I find out he's been gone for his lunch every day.
But is it possible he maybe takes your lunch and goes out and eats it at a park bench or something?
Maybe it's possible. I don't know. I don't feel like I have peace about it.
So, Rosie, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. Sisney is going to call your husband. We're going to offer him some flowers. We want to find out who he sends them to and then what he writes on the card just to see what the relationship is like, okay?
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Dave.
This is Dave.
Hi, Dave. My name is Dana. I'm calling from your friendly florist. We're actually a new flower shop here in Alhambra. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Actually, the reason why I'm calling is because we're giving away a free dozen roses today. They're red and they're absolutely free, and you can send them to anybody that you'd like. We just ask that you can promote us to friends and family if you like our flowers, which hopefully you will.
Oh, really? And it doesn't cost me anything?
No, they're absolutely free. I don't need credit card information from you, anything. We're just trying to get the word out. We're actually right here on Atlantic Boulevard, and business has been a little slow, so we're just trying to do something so that people know about our flower shop.
Oh, yeah, I'd be happy to do that. That's great. Thanks.
Great. Well, okay, so I just need the name of the person you want to send them to.
Okay, well, do I have to give you a name?
Well, in order for because we have to deliver them, and so somebody has to receive them.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I can give you an address. I don't want to put a name. I just want a note that says, love it, love you.
Love it, love you.
Yeah.
And then put your name, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Actually, I really do need a name in order for it to be delivered. Is that possible?
Well, I kind of wanted it to kind of be a surprise.
Well, they'll be surprised when they get them, but because we can't just deliver them to an address because then we don't know if you'll receive them or not.
Okay, well, I mean, if I give you an address, they'll arrive, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, let me get the address.
Okay.
All right, hey, Dave, it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now, and we've got your wife, Rosie, on the line. So here's the thing. Your wife packs your lunch every day, true?
Yeah.
What do you do with the lunch?
I eat it.
Where do you eat it?
At the office.
Rosie, why don't you tell your husband what you found out?
No, you're not eating it at the office because I had a call the other day and they said, oh, your husband's not in at work. And in fact, he's never in during his lunch period. He's actually always gone during lunch. So what's happening to the food I'm making you? Because you're obviously not eating it at work.
I do snack on it, but I mean, it's just the same thing day after day. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I know we should be saving money, but I just, I've been going out to eat with the guys and stuff, and we've been having meetings out there just because it's kind of like this repetition is always the same, and I love you so much, but it's gotten a little much, a little monotonous, so I've been just eating out, and kind of taking a break.
Put in a request. I mean, like,
Dave, Rosie, guys, just to get to the bottom of this, Dave, if you wanted to surprise somebody, I'm thinking about your flowers. If you wanted to surprise somebody, you would have left off your name, not their name. So who are the flowers going to?
They're going to my wife, Rosie.
But why would you not put her name?
Yeah, that's
so that she knows they're hers.
Because I was afraid that you guys were going to call her and see, have you got your roses yet? And I figured, well, if I do it as a surprise, and I leave her name off. Nobody can call her, and they'll show up, and it'll be a surprise.
So, Dave, just so we're all on the same page, your wife and you get up every day. She makes your lunch. You go to the office. You don't eat it. You go out to eat with the guys. You felt bad about telling your wife that. She sees receipts. There's nothing going on. You're just hanging out with the guys. But you felt guilt in telling her that she was making the same thing every day?
Yeah, man. She works so hard, you know. I mean, when you're married, there's certain compromise you have to make. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Well, Rosie, what's your response to that?
I feel pretty stupid knowing I was like, oh, let me include a little salt and pepper package. Let me cut the crust. Like, you could have just been like, look, I'm not feeling it. I mean, it makes me feel stupid just that every night I'm making your lunch.
And what about your note? Your note said, love it, love you. What do you love? Are you trying to tell her that you love the lunch, which you don't, clearly?
Right.
Okay,
guys. I love our life together. I love it, and I love you.
Rosie, I'm going to leave this for you to figure out. I'm not so sure. I don't know what to tell you. If this is over a lunch, then I'm sorry that we've gone down this path. All right, Dave, I'm going to let you go. Rosie, what do you feel here?
You know, I really do think it's as stupid as he doesn't like the lunch. I really do think it is that. I don't believe him.
Then, okay,
yeah.
All right. Well, then I wish you happiness and good luck to you. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. I mean, she cuts off the crusts.
How
old is Dave? What is Dave? How old is he?
I would love that lunch. With
I
salt and
got-
pepper
I got-
packets?
I got bad feelings. It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's a public service. If you think somebody in your relationship is not being truthful and you want to try and get more information on the air, then we're here. Here's the email we got from Westminster. It's Roxanne. Dear Ryan and Sissany, my husband deleted his Facebook account. He said he was tired of wasting his time on it and found himself being less productive with it. I would believe him if I didn't think something's going on with him. He's got an attitude about everything. It's hard to talk to him right now. He gets defensive towards me whenever I ask or suggest anything. I think his excuse as to why he deleted Facebook is a bunch of crap. All right. So it's just a bad situation to start off with here. Hey, Roxanne, thank you for coming on.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Good. So what do you think? Why do you think he deleted his Facebook account? What really do you believe?
You know what I really believe? I think that he's hiding my kids and I from someone because most of our pictures are on his Facebook. So I think he's hiding something.
Okay. And he's got an attitude about everything?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I can't even ask him what he wants to eat without him, telling me off, getting mad about particulars. I mean, lately I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. He's angry about everything.
So he's resenting something, possibly.
Right. For someone to say I'm tired of wasting his time on Facebook when all they ever did was go on Facebook, it makes no sense. And that's when I started really thinking about it and putting it together. Because the fact that, our two kids, they're on there as well. Why, after posting so much of our family photos, vacations, all the things we did together, why now?
So do you believe that he doesn't want someone to see those photographs of the family?
Of course. Why else would someone do that so suddenly?
Have you confronted him?
No, I have not. No, that's why I'm calling you guys. I'm hoping you guys can find out the truth for me because I'm really
You did confront him about why he deleted his Facebook.
Well, no, I asked him why he did, but he just said, I'm just tired of being on it. But I didn't go into too much detail and I didn't accuse him of what I think. I'm telling you guys that, but I didn't say that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roxanne, how long have you been married?
For about 15 years.
Wow, 15 years. And how many kids do you have?
We have 2 kids.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Sissany is going to offer him some roses, and we want to find out who he sends them to and then what he puts on the card, so what the note is, that whatever the emotion is there, okay?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
All right. So let's do that now. Good luck, okay?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Mario.
Yes, speaking.
Hi, Mario. This is Elena. I'm calling from Sweet Blooms. We're actually a new flower shop here in Westminster. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi, the reason why I'm calling is because we just opened and we're trying to get the word out of our new shop. So we're giving away a free flower arrangement, and it's made up of mostly red roses. They're absolutely free, and you can send them to anybody that you'd like today.
Okay. What's the catch?
There's no catch. I don't need any credit card information from you or any billing information. The catch is we just hope that whoever you send them to, they like them, and then you refer us to friends and family. We're just trying to get the word out, and we're giving away these free flower arrangements of roses.
Really? That's it?
That's it? Yeah. So is there anybody that you want to send them to today? I just need the name of the person, and then we can write a quick note.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I just need you to promise me this, though. I mean, I'll spread the good word, but I need you to, like, delete my information from your system just in case I ever decide to buy from your flower shop again. I mean, is that cool?
That's cool.
All right, cool. I would like to send them to a girl named Monica.
Monica. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you like to write on the note?
It was really nice seeing you the other night.
Really nice.
And let me know when you're free.
Let me know.
Mario, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany there. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to understand that. We've got your wife on the line, Roxanne. Who is Monica? Hello, Mario?
He hung up.
Roxanne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you know who Monica is? Patty,
No, I have no idea who Monica is.
Watch your language because otherwise I'm going to have to take you off the air. Patty, try him back for a second. Let's see if we can find out, okay? Let's see if he'll come on. All right, hang on for a second. We need you to watch your language. Who's Monica? Really nice to see you the other night. Clearly.
Hello?
Mario?
Yeah, speaking.
Yeah, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. You need to know that. We have your wife, Roxanne, on the line who would like to know who Monica is.
Who is Monica? Who is that?
Why were you with her the other night?
I wasn't with any Monica. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know Monica.
Flowers to a girl named Monica, and you said you were with her the other night. Who is Monica?
I don't know.
Why are you lying? You're doing it again. Why are you lying? That's why you deleted your Facebook, isn't it? Because you wanted to hide us.
No, I didn't want to hide anything. I didn't.
Wait, all right.
You're a liar. How could you do this to our family?
Why did you just send flowers to say really nice to see you the other night?
Let me know when you're free.
Look, nothing is going on, okay? It wasn't me. I don't know Monica.
Why
was it you?
You got caught.
Hold on, Mario. Were you just on with us? You were just talking to you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't talking to anybody.
Oh my God! I cannot believe it. You're lying to them and me. We just heard what you said.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying to anybody, okay?
Yes, you are.
It wasn't me.
How would I know who Monica was? And nice seeing you the other night.
I can't even believe that you did this, Roxanne. I mean, you had to get the radio involved?
You need to leave the house.
Get on the radio.
You need to leave
the house.
All right, hold on. So this is a relationship that's gone bad. I don't know what's happened, but Mario, we just spoke to you. Your wife recognized your voice. We were just on the phone with you. You just sent flowers to another woman. She thinks that there's something going on. You're hiding something. You are hiding something. Now what do? I don't know, but you guys have problems in your relationship.
We don't have any problems, okay?
You do have problems. I'm listening to the problems right now.
What are you talking about? That wasn't me on the phone, all right? I don't know a Monica.
You've been a jerk to me lately. All you've been doing was you've been yelling at me. You've been angry. I've been walking on eggshells. You delete your Facebook. You have all this shady behavior, and there's nothing wrong. You think I don't know?
I deleted my Facebook because I had a whole bunch of exes coming out of the woodworks trying to talk to me.
Yeah,
and
right.
I didn't want you to see those messages, all right?
A liar.
I didn't want you to see those messages from them. I wasn't contacting them back. I wasn't responding.
Ryan, he's clearly lying.
Guys,
okay.
all right.
Wow.
All right,
No,
listen,
I'm not. What are you talking about?
Mario,
I love you, all right? There's nothing going on.
Hey,
How many
easy.
times have I-
Hey, both of them.
Wow.
Both on hold.
He scares me.
Patty, tell him that we're done with him, and let her know that I don't know what to tell her. You're good at this. We're gonna come back. I tell you what, Nick, Nick, we need to get audio, sound of him from the first call and second call and compare it. She would recognize her husband, but I want to play it so we can hear it. Back to like side by side.